Hey guys, it's Moonglow. So yesterday I took all of this time and I filmed this awesome makeup routine tutorial, and it was really informative and it was great and I was super happy with it. And then I turned around and I went to edit it and I was like, crap, I've got like an hour worth of material and nobody got time for an hour worth of makeup tutorial. So today is my second take and I'm going to see if we can speed this process up. So instead of telling you everything that I'm using and how I'm using it and where I got it, I'm just going to link that below in the description. That way we can just get through this a lot faster, and if you want to know more information, you can know more information. But if you don't really care, then I don't have to waste your time. So let's just jump right into this, okay? So clearly the most important part is a clean face. So my face is clean. Next thing you want to do is use some primer. So I'm going to take a little bit, usually about a half a dime size worth of primer. I'm bad at voiceovers because I don't have very good software right now, so I'm just going to talk through this. So you're applying your primer. I need a little bit more. I use a Smashbox Photo Finish primer just because that's my personal preference. You can use whatever kind of primer you want, or no primer at all. It's really up to you. I use it because I obviously, in the words of Graveyard Girl, my idol on YouTube, I have face demons everywhere. Okay guys, next I'm going to take a little amount of foundation and I'm going to put that on. I'm going to use a cream foundation today. I don't normally use a cream foundation, however I feel like I'm breaking out a lot. So I'm going to use the Tone Rehab 2-in-1 foundation from CoverGirl. And I use it in the color Ivory. I know normally the protocol would be to use a beauty blender. However, my beauty blender is dirty right now and I would rather use my clean washed hands on my face than a dirty beauty blender with bacteria in it on my face, just because I feel like that's better anyway. Don't crucify me for using my hands, people. I understand that what I'm doing is a little bit backwards, but, you know, sometimes you do what you gotta do. Alright, so now I'm going to take a little bit of my cream concealer and I'm going to put it on. I'm using Fit Me by Maybelline in the color Fair, and I'm just going to put it on any areas that I consider to be problem areas. You don't need a lot. A little bit goes a very, very long way, so just know that. Plus we're going for subtle today. I will do a more detailed video on how to do more contouring and crazy things with your face later. This is mostly just a normal go out on the town, run errands kind of look. Once again, I'm going to use my finger. I wouldn't normally recommend it, except my blender is dirty, so. A little bit more on this one here. It appeared overnight. It wasn't there last night, and then I woke up this morning and it was just like BAM! As is my life. Alright, now that I'm feeling very concealed and a lot less, blemishy, I'm going to take some basically powdered foundation. Normally I would just wear this, but as I said, I'm breaking out. And I'm just going to put a little in the cap here, and then I'm going to apply it to my face. Once again, if you are interested in what I am using specifically, I will link it down below. I do recommend doing kind of a pat and circular motion for applying. It just helps it apply more evenly. You don't really need a whole lot of powder. You're just kind of using it to mattify your look so you're not feeling sticky and dewy when you're walking around with your liquid foundation on. Make sure you blend down to your neck. You definitely don't want any harsh lines because then it's going to look like you're wearing like a makeup mask, and that's just not attractive. Now I'm going to take a smaller foundation brush and I'm going to get a little powder and put it in concentrated areas that are problem areas. It just helps to give a little extra coverage in those spots, seeing as the overall face brush is not really doing it. Now this one is really, really bad, so I don't expect to hide it all the way. I definitely just am trying to get most of that redness to blend in with my skin tone, and that's really it. I also will use it to put a little bit more under the bags under my eyes. Alright, moving on. Right now I'm going to take a little bit of bronzer on a small brush. This brush is normally used for blush. It is actually called a tapered blush brush. But it works really well for this in my opinion. So this is what I'm going to use it for because I'm a rule breaker, and if it works, then it works. And this is mostly just to kind of give it more of a contoured cheekbone look. It's a way of contouring without actually contouring. Because everybody wants the look, but nobody's got the time, and that's just how it is. Please ignore all of my faces that I'm making while I do this. Alright, and once that's all on there and blended pretty good, it doesn't have to be dark. We're really going for more of a subtle look anyway. Normally I would do this first, but I decided to mix it up a little bit and do this like towards the end since I'm doing a lot less with my face. But I'm going to do my eyeshadow now. I'm going for a very subtle look today, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a basic eyeshadow brush and I'm going to get a the color creme brulee. Oh no, I'm lying to you. The color marzipan. I'm using the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I just got it recently and I really, really like it. I can link more information about that below if you guys like. I'm just going to put this on my lid really gently. Normally I would prime my eyes if I was doing something where I would be out all day or like going out on a date or for dinner or something kind of like a fancier occasion, but I'm not. I'm just going to be doing a little work around the house, so I'm not going to waste my primer on that because as a lot of you may know, primer is actually a little bit expensive, so I'm just kind of going to keep it simple today. You don't always have to go all out to look good. So for my eyebrow bone area and above the lid, I'm going to use something called Champagne Truffle. It's a really pretty kind of creamy color, got a little bit of a pinky look to it. I do like the shimmers. The shimmery eyeshadow are my thing. I really will use those over matte any day, and this one is kind of more of a shimmery look in the palette. It's like a soft shimmer, so it's pretty great. Little bit goes a long way when it comes to this stuff, and I really just slap it on because when it comes to these colors here, you can blend it all out later. Okay, so now we're going to take care of the crease. So I'm going to take the color from my palette called Amaretto. It's kind of like a reddish brown warm hue, and I'm going to put it on an angled brush here that I have. Most of my brushes are going to be from Bare Minerals. They come in starter packs, so they're great to get. You don't got to spend a lot of money and you can get a lot of stuff to work with. And I'm basically just going to buff that out. If you don't have a nice eyeshadow brush, I suggest you invest in one. However, it's not required. You can use one of the cheaper blenders that come with eyeshadow packs. You know, it's really just up to you. The main rule when you're doing your eyeshadow is lightest color on top, medium color on the lid, darkest color, something in my eye, on the crease. So that's just kind of rule of thumb. Oh my gosh, hang on. Okay, sorry, my contact was moving around and that was really uncomfortable. Alright. Just kind of blending that out. It's funny too, the way my camera picks up on eyeshadow, it actually looks a lot darker on camera than it is in real life. It's funny how it does that. The key with doing your eye makeup is blending. For me personally, my eye makeup takes me longer than anything else just because I'm really, really anal about blending. I want it to all look really nice and very flush and just kind of all go together in a really nice way. I'm going to take a little bit more of the lid color and kind of just tap that on there. And then just a little bit in the corners of my eye. Kind of gives you that nice youthful shimmery look. Okay. Next I'm going to take an eyeliner. You can use whatever kind of eyeliner you want to, but I like to use the gel liners because just for me they seem to apply a lot smoother and a lot easier, but that's just my personal preference. I'm actually using a Benefit liner today, but you can use whatever you're interested in. So I'm just going to start here and kind of slowly go across my top lash line very gently. I recommend starting with a thin line because you can always thicken it later. You don't want to be one of those girls who messes up their line and then has to add more and more and more and more and more, and then before you know it, you're cake-faced with all this eyeliner and, you know, there's nothing you can really do about it. So I like to do a little wingtip. You don't have to do anything over the top or dramatic. I just like to add a little something something to my makeup when I do it. So now I'm just going to do the other side. Okay, I kind of skipped ahead and I just finished the other eyeliner. You know, I figured you guys didn't really need to see both of them. It's just eyeliner, it just takes a lot of time. Keep in mind, do not kill yourself over your cat eye. If you do winged liner, do not kill yourself over it, okay? Just like eyebrows and boobs, our eyeliner, they're sisters, they're not twins, so they're not gonna look exactly the same unless you're a professional, and I don't know about you, but I'm definitely not. So, this is the way it is. The thing I like to do when I'm doing my makeup is I draw on my eyebrows because I feel like it just pulls my eye makeup together. So I'm going to take a spoolie. My spoolie happens to be attached to the end of my eyebrow pencil, and I'm just going to brush out my eyebrows, get all that excess powder out, and get them laying nicely in where I want them to be. And then we're going to just take a little bit from the end and start drawing them on. The key with eyebrows, in my opinion, and everybody's a little different, is quick short strokes. That way it looks a little more natural. I also recommend getting an eyebrow pencil that more or less matches your skin, or not your skin color. Oh my goodness. Get an eyebrow pencil that matches your skin color because that makes total sense. No, I recommend getting an eyebrow pencil that more or less matches your hair color, or at least the color that you're going for. Because that's just kind of going to look a lot nicer and a lot more natural. As you can see, I barely did anything and I already had this eyebrow done. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do the other one real quick and I will be right back after this. Alright, so now that I've got both eyebrows on, I'm just going to take the spoolie one more time and brush over them. It's going to help to disperse any extra makeup that might be sitting a little too thick in one spot. And it's going to help to smooth them out just a little bit more. Alright, so after that, I recommend, you don't have to do this, but this is what I recommend if you don't want to smear your eyebrows on your face if you get hot and you rub it, but investing in a brow gel. I just use the cheap one from Maybelline. It's called the Sculpting Brow Mascara, and it's in the color Clear. So I just put a little quick coat of that right over my brows. A little bit more for this one. And this is just going to really help them like last all day and not smear off if you rub your face. It does take a second to dry, so just kind of give it a minute. So now that that's mostly dry, I'm going to put on some mascara. So I'm going to do a very faint coat of it because my eyes are feeling a little irritated today from the mascara that I was wearing yesterday. I probably just left it on a little too long and my eyes started to get agitated. So I'm not going to put on as much as I normally would. I'm just going to do like a really, really thin coat. So. Other eye. Another thing I noticed, if your eyes get a little agitated when you put on mascara, don't get the mascara wand super close to your actual eye, like, because the closer to your eyelids, like, you get it, the easier it is for mascara particles and little chips and flakes to get into your eyes, and that just sucks. Nobody enjoys that. It hurts and it's annoying, and then you rub your eyes and you mess all your makeup up anyway, so you might as well just, you know, just not do it. Alright, now it's time to put on some blush, because everybody needs a little bit of blush, that way you're not looking all pasty-faced. So you take a little bit of blush, take your blush brush, just get a very tiny bit. I like to tap mine off, that way I can make sure I don't have too much product, because then it just smears all over my face and gets all crazy. Then you're going to pucker up a little bit, if that's what's easiest. Sometimes smiling is easy, so you can see the apples of your cheeks and you can mostly apply it there. It's really up to you and the look you're going for. I'm just going to kind of smile while I put mine on. That way it goes mostly on the apples of my cheeks. It gives you more of like a rosy blushing kind of look, which is something I really kind of like and I try to go for. Now that my cheeks are nicely blushed, I think that I'm pretty much done. So there's one other step that you can take if you want to. If you have the stuff to do it, you do not have to. It's not important. Well, it is, but it's not. See, the thing is, if you're going to be outside and it's hot, it's important. But if you're just going to be doing regular stuff around the house, cleaning, it's not important. The next thing you can do is you can take a setting spray. Mine is Urban Decay, and you can just kind of spray it all over. It's really going to help to seal that makeup in and hold it on all day long. I'm going to do a little bit of it today because I probably will be cleaning around the house and I'll be sweating a little bit, maybe running some errands, but a little bit goes a long way with this. So if you're not really going to be doing a lot of stuff or out in the sun or the heat, you don't really have to worry about it. So I'm just going to do a little bit. Oh, it's stuck. Okay, that was way more than I expected to do because it got stuck. Alright. Alright guys, so the last thing I can suggest is if you want to add a little bit of chapstick or a lip balm. You really want to moisturize your lips, especially if you plan on adding other lipsticks. I'm not going to because I'm going for more of a natural look today, something that's kind of timeless. But you know, it's really all up to you. This is something that you can build off of and you can use this makeup look to do pretty much whatever you want. So I hope this was helpful, and if you enjoyed watching, like me, like my video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel, and hopefully you'll see more videos like this or other kinds. You're more than welcome to comment down below and tell me what you like to do for your makeup routine. Suggest other videos you'd like me to film. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My username is HeyMoonGlow, and I'm going to link it below. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking your time to check out my tutorial, alright? Have a great day. Bye!